central coast of California is rugged and beautiful. Those words also describe this 1948 Allis Chalmers WC. The tractor was restored to pristine condition by Annika Ernstrom during her final year of high school.
I really like this tractor in particular simply because it gave me a challenge, and a challenge that I was looking for. Many people told me not to, and I probably should have listened to their warning, but I really appreciate the learning experience, and it was a great tractor to learn on, and I would do it again in a heartbeat. I love being able to sit in the garage and pull things apart, understand how they work, and put them back together, and watch them run and function.
The Allis Chalmers was not the first tractor Annika tackled. A year earlier, she and a friend restored a 1957 Ford 600 together. For her second project, on her own, Annika was looking for a bigger challenge. She found it in this WC that was used hard by a local company, Madonna Construction.
Every single piece of this tractor was worn, more than I could say. Once it was to the point where they couldn't use it anymore, it sat. They stripped parts off of it that were good. So I went chasing magnetos and random little bits and pieces that they needed for other vehicles. This was probably as complete of a restoration as you can get. The tractor itself was pulled apart, beginning with the engine, and then worked all the way backwards.
I mean, it was bolt for bolt. When you came down to the frame and took the two frame rails off, there was nothing but holes. There wasn't a bolt left in it. And so she has truly restored this one. This one is not just a partial restoration. Every bolt's been polished.
Keith Miller, Annika's next-door neighbor, is an experienced mechanic and knows Allis Chalmers tractors. He agreed to advise her on what he knew would be a difficult restoration effort.
First of all, this is the most dedicated person you've ever seen. When she tells you something's going to get done, that is what's going to happen. At any given time, I could show up here and we'd be doing something. We were talking about it, I think it was 11 o'clock at night when we first fired it up the first night. So being the neighbor, I knew what time it was when it fired up.
These tractors work forever. If you treat them right, they will go continuously. And they work hard. Honestly, they're crazy simple. So when you work on them, it makes life amazing because it's basic principles that can apply to just about any tractor. So if you have a basic understanding of mechanical knowledge, then you can apply it to these Allis Chalmers.
Now the Allis Chalmers may look even better than it did when it was new. And Annika has become an expert in nearly everything there is to know about this 1948 WC.
These tractors came with shutters, and they have a little label telling you which way to go, which is super cool. They help keep the tractor's engine from staying, I guess, too cold when it is cold outside and it has a cold start, so it doesn't allow the air to come through and cool as much. Same for when you open the shutters, does the other way around. It allows for more ventilation when the engine gets too hot. This is a 4-cylinder, 201 cubic inch displacement engine. Super simple, super basic. Since the rebuild, it has had better compression and fires quite well and runs. These gauges are super cool. I picked these out specifically because they're original. They are all white-faced gauges with Allis Chalmers printed across the bottom, and they have got to be one of my favorite parts on this tractor just because they add another level of clean and sharp look to this tractor. This emblem right here is original to the tractor history, I guess, and it basically was a part of the Madonna Construction fleet in its beginning stages of its life, I guess. And when it was working there, they had these stickers labeled across their equipment, and it came to me with on it, so I got new ones to fit.
Knowing the Madonna family, they're very, very helpful in this community. They're very well known in the community. And to be able to save a piece of that and to know that this thing is going to be alive for a long time now is real satisfying for both of us. I think we feel like we saved a piece of history.
Annika did have to make one small modification to make it possible for her to drive the tractor she brought back to life.
Tractors in the 40s were not meant for ladies who are 5'2" or shorter. And so I had to put a wooden block with zip ties on it so that I could fully engage the clutch pedal. It's the safest it can be. So the judges always ask, they're like, "That's not original, is that safe?" It's like, sure. It's what works.
Annika kept records of more than 500 hours of work on the tractor and created a book with photos that told the restoration story. All part of the effort to document what she accomplished and prepare for judges' questions.
The judges were pretty tough. It was terrifying because I'm sitting there staring at a bunch of people that I don't know and I just gave a presentation about, and they're chasing every bunny rabbit hole that you can find. If I said something about my magneto, you were asked what's in the magneto, how does it work, and expected to know every bit and piece of it.
Annika and her WC first competed in the local J.B. Dewar Tractor Restoration Program and then went on to the Nationals, where she was one of 5 finalists from California.
Our new 2021 Grand Champion is, Annika Enstrom.
She was the 2021 Grand Champion of the Chevron Tractor Restoration Competition.
That was crazy. We were sitting there, and at that point, I just knew that I did the best that I could. I wanted to win, but I didn't expect to. And to this day, it still doesn't feel real. It was pretty cool. And I don't know, just going from not knowing what I was doing to all of a sudden saying, oh my gosh, I made it that far is crazy.
As rewarding as that victory was, even more valuable are the skills gained and the vision it gave Annika for her own future.
There is a lot to learn in this program, and working with J.B. Dewar, they basically said it's not just mechanics, it's something that's going to teach you real life experiences.
Ken Dewar, who is the Chevron distributor here in this area that supports these kids in this program, has a theory that what he wants to see here is these kids grow up to be adults who are confident, who can run a business, be involved with business people, and who can expand their life and their horizon beyond just doing one little mechanical project.
I'm that tractor chick. I had somebody call me that quite some time ago, and it made all of us laugh. And one day I was like, man, I really should stick with that. And so it just stuck. And now I have t-shirts and fun things, and I run around working on tractors for people, whether it's just fixing, repairing old ones, or if it's fully restoring.
With her business, That Tractor Chick is restoring a Farmall 200 for one of her customers. And she has more tractor work lined up after that. So although she didn't grow up on a farm, this young lady has clearly come down with a case of, what's it called again?
Yes, I have classic tractor fever.
Hey, thanks for catching Classic Tractor Fever. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel right here on YouTube. You can also find even more videos and branded merchandise over on our website, ClassicTractorsTV.com. Now don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button.